Hi, good evening. Okay, so let me share my screen. Guys, can you hear me? Okay, 12, 11, right? Okay, now let's start with the exception handlings. So, exception handling basically will start today. Okay, okay. So, what is exception handling at first? Before starting exception handling, at first we should understand like what is excepts. Okay, before starting exception handling, at first we'll talk about exception. So what is exception? Let me check. Yes, perfect. Exception is nothing, it is one of event or object where program get terminate. Okay, so it is a event which can terminate the program execution. Okay, at certain point, it or like specific point. Okay, suppose if you specific point you are looking for. Okay, suppose so. mm, if I'll write something, okay, so it is getting some error. That means it will terminate. Okay, the execution will terminate here. Okay, so any exception will come. Then how we can handle exception handling will come. We'll talk about handling. It is a concept in the programming language to save our program from termination. Okay, that is how we will use exception handling. In that case, if in case any exceptions are coming to overcome the termination of that program, okay, we need to use exception. Now we have a types in this exception handling. We will check it one by one at first. Checked. checked exception and unchecked exception and error. Okay. So these are types we have. Now, if you're talking about checked exception, it will come at the time of compilation. Okay, it will come at the time of compilation, or I'll say it will occur. Okay, now coming to unchecked one. Okay, it will occur at that time of execution. Okay, now coming to error. It will occur, or it will come at that time of verification and validation failure. Okay, it will come at the time of verification and validation failure. That's it. Okay, so please take it, please capture this one, take a screenshot. Now we have different type of exception. We have different type of exception. Before going for the exception handling, I will tell you different type of exceptions. Okay, so you know the parent and child concept, right? I'll show you. So please try to understand the concept here. So here we have throwable here. Okay, now so here exception. Okay, now here I'll make it error. Okay, so here throwable we have a two child, one is exception and another one is error. Okay, so throwable will consider the parent. Okay, so two child of exception and error. Okay, now different types of exceptions. Okay, yes. Okay, now different types of exceptions. Here I'll make it different types of exceptions. Okay, types of errors. Okay, so please capture this one. different types of exceptions and different types of errors we have. Please take a screenshot. Then I will start explaining that. So this throwable is a parent. Exception error is a child. Whatever exception are you getting, it will come under exceptions. Assertion errors. So throwable, T is uppercase or lowercase? Uppercase. Okay, uppercase. Okay, throwable, T is an uppercase. That means class. Okay, if you are talking about exception, what is exception? Class, right? Right. Error, also class. Okay, now different types of exception also class. If you are talking about any type of exception, arithmetic exception, arithmetic will come under exception class. Okay, now if suppose I'm writing here arithmetic, so this arithmetic exception also is okay exception class, right? And so this exception class is child class of throwable parent class. In the same manner, if you will have assertion error, right? So this assertion error in the child class, it is a child of error class, and this error class child of throwable class, right? Right. Now, is it clear? Okay. Okay. Throwable is a grandfather. Exception error is a father. These are child like this. If we can uh, assume like this. If I want to invite entire family in my family, my house ceremony or maybe my brother marriage ceremony, if planned, suppose, okay. If I wish to invite entire your family, okay, I will write a wedding card with the name of your family member head, who is that head of your family. Okay, so that all your family members will come, right? So that is a invitation for all your family members. Okay, in case of if I wish to invite your father, then I'll write your father name. Okay, and if I want to invite your uncle, I'll go and I'll write a uncle name only. Okay, right? Right. But if I wish especially invite you only, then I will write a name on your wedding card, your name only. Right. Okay. Yes or no? Okay. So now if arithmetic exception is coming, if I want to handle arithmetic exception, if I know that this is arithmetic exception, directly I will go and I will handle arithmetic exception. But if I don't know which is coming, okay, if we will handle throwable class, any exception or any error goes, but exception depends on the specific reason we will use it. Okay, okay, right, right. Are you getting my point? Now, it is just like mashed up to the get. Okay, at the same time, if you wish to uh, I'll show you with the help of program so that it will understand clearly. Okay, we have a different keywords exceptions. By using that keyword, we will handle that. Okay, okay, guys. Now, please capture this one. Take a screenshot for this one. Okay, now wait a moment. I'll take some. Now exception. Now coming to here. Exception can be handled using below keyword. Okay, so these are the keywords I'm going to write. Try, catch, finally, and throw, and throws. Okay, so these are the keywords we're going to use for handling exceptions. Do one thing first. Please take a screenshot for this one also. Try, catch, finally, throw, and throws. These are the keywords for handling exceptions. Whatever it is, checked exception, unchecked exception, or error. Okay. So I'll come to the program now. Now I'll go and I'll create one class. I'll make it EH1. Let me take main method also. Okay, now we are about to see here. Okay, so guys, please be focused here. Very easy and very important. Now, should we start now? Chaliya. So this is your main method. In entire main method, I'll go and I'll use int a equal to 5. So this is your local variable or global variable? Local. Okay, now I'll make it here divide by any number 0. Okay, can we divide by 0? If I execute this program, what you are seeing, arithmetic exception, right? Is so a is in uppercase or lowercase, arithmetic exception. Ah, that means it's a class, it is in uppercase. So whenever we are executing, okay, arithmetic exception. Exception. So it is the easiest one. So how to handle? Go which line we are giving the error, it is throwing that. Okay, we are getting error at this line, right? Okay, it is showing the 7. Okay, so earlier it is in 7, right? Now you can go on here, right? Try. Okay, try black now. So we are aware of arithmetic exception, right? Okay, right. So now in this black we can use catch. Okay, and which exception is coming here? Arithmetic exception, right? Just catch it and pass one reference. Okay, just pass it and give some reference. That's it. You handle exception. Now suppose if you wish to print anything after catch, can go system.out.println. What we will get? Exception handle. right. So this exception handle is printed. That means our exception getting handled, right? You can see here, exception get handled, it is getting printed, right. So inside try black, okay, inside try back, we handle that after catch arithmetic exception it is given. So if you wish to whatever error is giving that exception arithmetic, okay, the reference here a. So a dot now a dot print stack trace. Okay, if you can see here a dot print stack trace, by default it will give you the error also. Okay, now it is getting printed. Okay, if you can see here, so it is showing that information also, the error, what is the error we are getting. Okay, now sys out a. After that I'll go and I'll pause. Oh, the other way. Now sys out a. Okay, now it will give complete exception info. Okay, if you wish to get only exception, it will throw you. Okay, exception info. Okay, so let me execute this one. Can you see here, guys? Okay, EH1. Okay, so by 0, where is that line? Ninth line, that arithmetic, we are getting that. Okay, now, so what is this here? Arithmetic exception. Okay, is a arithmetic exception. Java package is a package name. EH1 is a class and main method. Under main method, we are getting that error. Okay, it is showing that. Okay, so if you wish to know the complete exception information, just use print stack trace. Okay, it will show you that complete info. Okay, so if you wish to print that reference, whatever is the reference here, A. Okay, system.out.println A, that will give you the only info. Okay, guys. Okay, now, so you are aware of it is a exception handling. For example, if you are writing that thousands and lakhs of code, you don't know what exception will come. Okay, if your lead is came and is, it is not arithmetic, it is something else, null point, like that. If you say null point, okay, then how we can handle that. Okay, now I'll show you that also. Okay, now I'll write here one catch. Okay, shit. 1 second. If it is a null point 1, null point exception, and give some reference here, null point exception. Okay, and give some reference. It is null pointer exception. Okay, null pointer exception. Now I can go and print sys out n. What is the reference we are giving here? N. Okay. Now, if in case your manager is coming and he said something, it is not arithmetic and it is a null point. It is a something like a array out of index bond. Okay, if say in something. Now again you can catch this one. Catch array out index out of bond exception. Okay, so all these kind of exceptions that you will aware of while you are practicing. Okay, now if in case if it is not arithmetic and also if it is not null pointer, and if you wish to check like array index out of bonds exception also, you can give this, you can catch it. Okay, now let's catch this one also. Array out of index bond exception, and go and print this one also. Sys out B. Okay, now so now we have total 3. Okay, 3 exception. And you thought arithmetic exception, your lead thought null point exception, your technical manager thought array index out of bond exception. Okay, now let's go and execute this one. If your program is getting executed, okay, not printed anything. Okay, now complete, you are get confused, all the 3 exceptions are executed. Okay, so this particular exception, in that case, just one thing here. So these all are child exceptions are made. Null point exception, arithmetic exception, array index out of one. These are all child for which parent? Exception class. Okay, so at last go and catch exception. Catch exception. Yeah, now sys out. Any exception will come, it will handle by this exception, right? Okay, if null point is still, finally everything will handle by exception, that is a parent one. Let's go and execute this one. Right, it is handled. In this case, this is arithmetic exception, right? Okay, so this is how exception handling here, right? Both should. Okay, so if you know it is arithmetic in exception also it can handle, and exception also it can handle, both will work here. Okay, so whatever the exception is coming, right? But if you have implemented both, okay, so it will comes first, arithmetic will come first if you are handling both. Okay, so if I'll go and I will paste exception one at first. Okay, if I can paste, you will get error. Why? The reason is all the exceptions are coming here only. The exceptions will comes under exceptional. Okay, so then why the arithmetic exception, null pointer exception, and array index out of bound? Okay, there is no meaning of that. Okay, so that's the reason. Okay, it is already handled here in the arithmetic exception, right? Okay, that is reason. That is the reason. Okay, so always exception class will come at last only. Okay, okay, mostly in the industry, always they will use exception. Okay, exception class. Okay. In case of bulk of application, enterprise application, mostly in industry, they will use exception class only, the parent one. If you are writing a small kind of programs, if you know, if you are expecting that exactly whether it is arithmetic, then you can directly can give the arithmetic exception to handle that. Okay, so that is the this. Please capture this one. Please take it. Take a screenshot. I'll give another 5 seconds. Okay. Okay. Now, for example, I'll give, if you are going for some diagnostic for checking something, you don't know that complete what is the disease, what is the illness you are having. That at that time they will go for the complete diagnostic. Okay, entire body they will check. Okay, okay. So if you know what is the problem, then you directly can go and ask that particular problem, and they will directly check that particular test and to detect that particular problem, and you will get the complete medicine for that particular problem only. Okay, so like that exception also. Okay, so it is an assumption if we don't know that. So by practicing more, you will get complete understanding on this. Okay, if you know or if you don't know about that illness, directly you'll go and use the exception in industry, mostly maximum exception. If you know that what is the exception exactly, then you can go and use that particular exact exception also. Mhm. Mhm. Still, if you don't know it the exception, you can go with the throwable one. Okay, so please capture this one. I hope you're done with that, and I'll go on. EH2 I'll take. And main method, let me take exception handling 2. Now I'll give a scenario. Suppose string string yes equal to null. What is a null? Null is a by default value. Okay. Sys out yes dot length s dot length. Okay. So string s equal to null and sys out s dot length. So now tell me one thing. If you are talking about yes dot length, so you are trying to find the length of string. Okay, you are trying to find the length of string. Okay, so in that case, you will get an error, right? Right? You will get some error because null is a default value. You will get some error. Let me show you. Right? We received some null pointer exception, right? It is a null pointer exception. So you can handle this the null pointer exception. Okay. If we want to go with the parent one, okay, I'll show you directly. You can go and use the surrounded with one. Okay, so this one, try catch black. Okay, like this. Directly you can try catch black. So please capture this one, capture the screenshot. Done. Okay, so now try catch black. You can see that e print stack trace. Okay, here I'll go and I'll print this is out exception handle. Directly you are handling with the help of parent one. Okay, okay, let's execute this one. If you can see here. Okay, okay, there. So null pointer exception handle. Okay, so this one. Can you please capture this one screenshot? Done. Okay, now I'll take EH3, the main method. Now string x equal to Selenium. Okay, right, right. Now int I equal to integer dot percent string x. Okay, so this is the one life of code. Okay, now into integer string into integer, it will give you some exception. Okay, I'll show you that. Okay, if I want to handle, it will give you some error. See here, number format exception. Right, right, right click, right click, surround with, try catch black. One second. It is getting surround with multi catch back. Okay, so like that you can get it. Okay, now now so here number format exception for input string Selenium, right? Now, what we are doing here, that string x is equal to Selenium, that string, and we are trying to convert into int I equal to integer 1. String x equal to Selenium, we are passing that directly only one single statement I will show you here. Okay, right, int I equal to integer percent x, passing the string. Okay, this is the string, one line of code. I want to convert this into integer one, which is not possible. We got some number format exception. Okay, now I'll go and directly surround with try catch back. Okay, now I'll remove this one. That's it. That's it. Right now, sits out exception handle. That's it. Okay, you can see here that exception is handled, right? It is handled. Okay, got it. Single answer. Please capture this one. Please take a screenshot. Print status. No. Okay. Okay. Now, so how we can use try and catch, that is a uh, exception handling 3 for this 3. Now for class I'll take one more eh4. Okay, okay, now int a equal to, I'll give some array1 equal to new int 5. Okay, okay, now a of 7 equal to 50. So you are creating a block of 5. Okay, but passing 7, that means you will get some error here, right? Array index out of bond exception. Okay, now so handle this one, surround with try catch block, right? Okay, you have handled the exception. Exception handled. Okay, You can see that output here. It is getting printed here. Array index out of bound exception also handle here. Okay. Mhm. Capture this one also. Okay. Always catch block will come after try only. Okay. Now I'll introduce finally. Finally will execute always wherever the exception is getting handled at a certain manner, the finally will get executed. Now I'll show you. EH5. This is exception handling 5. So here I will see int I equal to 10 by 0. So you are getting here exception, right? We are going to handle this exception. Try with the clutch bar. Surround with. Just select and right click and you'll get surround with and then go try and catch back. Okay. Now. Okay. So this is handle exception handle here. Now after catch finally you can use after finally. Okay. After try, after catch, after finally, you will use sys out. Finally, will execute always. Let's execute this one. It is getting. So here we are having exception. Okay. Exception is handled also. Okay. By the help of finally. Once we are handling the exception, then finally will get executed. Okay. So you guys are please capture this screenshot of this one EH5 also. After exception. Now EH6. So here int I equal to 20 by 2. We are not going to get any exception here. Okay. So 20 by 2 equal to 10. Correct? You are not getting anything, right? But still, if you wish to handle, just surround with, try and catch back. Okay. We are, okay. Then after, instead of catch, okay. So I told you finally directly we can use. Just I'll remove this. Finally, sys out. Finally, will execute always. Okay. So if exception is not coming, then what is the use of catch? Directly we can go and use the finally one. Okay. Okay. Now it will execute now. It will print. It is getting printed. Finally, will execute always, right? It is getting printed, right? Inside. Finally, black. I'll make it little bit complicated. Now, int a equal to 5 by 0. Okay, like that. Just a moment. So inside I'll make it int a equal to 5 by 0. Now after finally it will give some error execution. Now if you wish to handle this exception inside finally, you can try and catch back. Okay, so this one we can use it, right? Try and catch back inside the finally it will handle. Exception is handled here. Now now it's out. Exception handle. Okay, now see, exception is handled. You can see here exception handle after printing finally also. Okay, after printing final also we have exception. It is getting handled now. Finally black, any condition. Finally we're not passing. Finally we'll have directly body, but inside catch will pass exception. Okay, so we are done with the try catch finally. Please capture this one. Please capture this one. Take a screenshot. Is it clear till now? Now we'll move to try block. If you will see, we are using enclose the code, that means throw the exception inside, right? And all try black. If you will see inside method body only. Okay, right? Also after try block, finally on should be catch, or finally should be catch. Catch block, if you are catch back, usually we used to handle exception, right? It will be used after the try block only. Catch block will come always after try block only. Multiple catch block in a single try block. Okay, okay. In a single try block, you can use a multiple catch block. Now finally block, basically we use finally block to execute any important line of code. Okay, and a Selenium shoot, you are executing the TestNG or something like so and so reason, script is not getting executed. Okay, fail. At the same time, at the last, okay, another matter. At last, finally, you can close it. Close that browser. You can use the finally keyword. At any cost, it will get executed that one. Okay. Now, um, okay. Wait a moment, guys. Okay, guys. It's running out of time. I'll stop here for the day. If you have any doubt, you can ping me. I'll take it and I'll respond you. So thank you for joining. Have a nice sleep. Good night. Bye.